We have to begin by considering certain aspects of the Buddhist cosmology, the Buddhist worldview. According to Buddha's teaching, the physical universe has no discoverable limits in space and time. The universe is spread out boundlessly without any first beginning in time and without any limits to its spatial dimensions. The universe, spread out in space and time, consists of countless world systems called Lokadhatus, which exists throughout the universe like waves upon a vast ocean. Each world system goes through certain stages of development. It emerges from a state of undifferentiated matter. Gradually, it solidifies and takes on shape. It gives rise to worlds like galaxies which bear intelligent life. Each world system evolves until it reaches a certain maximum point of development. Then it begins to deteriorate until at the end it disintegrates and undergoes complete destruction. It becomes reduced again to undifferentiated matter. The lifetime of a world system, from the time it begins to evolve until the time it becomes completely destroyed, this period is called a kalpa, a kappa, an aeon. This is the time unit of cosmic measurement, a time unit of immense duration, of duration which is staggering to the mind. The early Buddhist texts give a simile to illustrate the time occupied by a kalpa. One time a monk comes to the Buddha and says to him, "Bhante, Venerable Sir, could you please explain or tell me the length of a kalpa?" The Buddha replies, he says, "It isn't easy to give a figure to make known the length of a kalpa." Then the monk asks, "Well, can you give a simile?" The Buddha says, "Yes, I will give you a simile." He says, "Monk, suppose there is a mountain, a yojana high and a yojana wide, all the mountain made entirely out of solid rock. A yojana is a measurement of length equal to about 7 miles. So we have a mountain 7 miles high, 7 miles all around, made out of solid rock." Then the Buddha continues. He says, "Once every 100 years, a man comes by with a piece of cloth made out of Benares silk, very fine silk, and he brushes against that mountain with his piece of cloth. Sooner would that man wear away that entire mountain of solid rock, but the kalpa would not yet reach its end." Such is the length of the kalpa. Now, within each world system existing throughout the kalpa, there are different planes of sentient existence, different realms of life. There is the human plane, which is evident to us. Then above the human plane, there are certain other planes of existence, which we call the heavenly worlds, the divine realms. And then below the human realm, there are certain other planes of existence, planes of inferior types of beings. All of these planes are inhabited by living beings. And in all of these planes of existence, life is subject to the same law, the law of impermanence, the law of arising and passing away. Just as the world systems themselves come into being, dissolve, and perish, so living beings also are caught up in the same cycle, the cycle of becoming, of impermanence, of arising and passing away. And the living beings revolve in a cycle of becoming. They pass through a chain of rebirths, linking together innumerable existences. The beings again and again pass through the same cycle of birth, growth, aging, and death. This round of becoming, the round of rebirth, is called samsara, the wandering on, the cycle of existence. Beings arise in one plane of existence, remain there for the duration of their lifespan, then they pass away to take rebirth in some other plane. Thus all life is caught up in the cycle of arising and passing away. And for this reason, every plane of existence is seen as fundamentally unsatisfactory, as subject to suffering, either directly or indirectly, either in some gross, evident way or in some subtle, hidden way. There is no plane of existence, even the highest heavens, which is exempt from the fate of destruction. And therefore, every plane of existence, the heavens, the human realm, the lower worlds, are all encompassed in the range of dukkha, of suffering or unsatisfactoriness. Now, outside and beyond the wheel of becoming, the phenomenal universe with its world systems arising and passing away, there exists another state, an unconditioned state, a state of emancipation, of perfect bliss, of unfading peace. This state is called in Pali Nibbana, in Sanskrit Nirvana. Also there exists a path, a way which leads from one state to the other, from the impermanence and suffering of samsara to the bliss and peace of Nibbana. This is the Noble Eightfold Path. And in the history of any particular world system, there will be periods when this path is known and followed. And there will be people who practice the path, and by practicing it are able to reach